fam, today's video is titled Shannon Sharpe, Controlled Emotion. Now if you new here, what the fuck we do here is read, listen, watch, and we block talk, break that shit down. And of course, we gotta start with our ignorance disclaimer. If you have a problem with so-called curse words and believe frogs gonna fall from the sky, you should leave now. We only want the mature-minded. If you think I'm hating on Shannon Sharpe or his wealth, goddammit, you should leave now. We only want the mature-minded. And I understand, y'all, this gonna be hard for some of y'all to digest because the football abilities of Shannon Sharpe taste so fucking sweet. Think about it, you dig? He was a fool out there with the Broncos, you dig? I always rocked with Shannon Sharpe. And even after the field, goddammit, the Hennessy, y'all, the cigar, the personality came in handy. It was as good as candy, admit it. Because the whole while we was eating that junk, we was calling them on. But behind our fucking backs, he be working with skunk, y'all. Giving us bullshit, but he rap it in spunk. Play the first clip, please.
Skip, I was like, Stacks, what are you doing?
Yep.
He's like, man, I said, you doubling down? I was like, what are you doubling down on? Man, at first he said, I was upset because the Eagles released a statement as strong as they did for Desean, but they didn't release a statement very similar to when Riley Cooper uttered what he said.
You are witnessing the Rebel Network. This is Shannon Sharpe, y'all, speaking directly to Jerry Stackhouse about his defense of Desean Jackson. In case you don't know, Desean Jackson made a few Twitter posts, I believe, and everybody is in some type of fake-ass uproar. So Shannon Sharpe took it up on himself to call Jerry Stackhouse. And the first thing he told him is, what are you doing? You're doubling down? Doubling down on what? He doubling down on defending that man and everything he fucking read. What do you mean? And he said that Jerry Stackhouse first response was, look, man, the Eagles quickly released a fucking strong-ass statement when it came to Desean Jackson, but when it came to that dirty motherfucker Riley Cooper, what did they do, y'all? They fucking gave that boy 3 days trying to wait on shit to die down. The motherfucker got a vacation, and he got a fine that they didn't even disclose to the motherfucking public, goddammit. You see how these people rocking? But he ain't respond. How y'all think Shannon Sharpe about to respond to that, goddammit? Here we go to his fucking response.
That is true.
And I said, when I spoke to you before you went out to see Joe, go to Minnesota and deal with the George Floyd situation, I said, what did I tell you? I said, emotion. I say some emotion is good, but only if it's controlled emotion. I say, Stack, you can double down on fact, and as long as you repeat facts, you'll be right. If you double down on emotion, you'll be wrong every time you double down on it. I say, Stacks, you're wrong. I say, you're doubling down on everything that Desean Jackson said.
Wow, I'm shocked, y'all. Y'all heard him. Shannon Sharpe actually said the right thing. He just not said, you know what? You right, Stacks. They did give him 3 days, waiting on things to blow by. They did let him play in another preseason game right after that. You right, Stacks. They did fine him and not tell us how much they fucking fined him. You right, Stacks. Matter of fact, I'ma support you in the doubling down of Desean Jackson, Stacks. Did you hear him, y'all? Nah, you didn't hear him because that ain't what the fuck he said. He blew past all of that bullshit and look what he said, y'all. When I spoke to you before you went to go deal with the George Floyd situation, you heard that? I will repeat. He said, when I spoke to you before you went to deal with the George Floyd situation, let's block talk break that shit down because the man didn't went to deal with a motherfucking thing. He went in support, goddammit, of George Floyd. He went in support of black people who being unjustly fucking murdered by a terrorist organization called the police department, goddammit. It don't matter if it's NYPD or NOPD or LAPD, goddammit. Then he went on to say, I said emotion. Some emotion is good, only if it's controlled. Wow, controlled by who, Shannon Sharpe? Controlled by the people who pay you? Who controlled this emotion? The kind of emotion that's only good if it's controlled. gold. Y'all hear this bullshit? See, we gotta read between the goddamn lines. That's why we block talk break this shit down. But let's continue. He went on to say, I said you can double down on facts and you'll be right. But if you double down on emotion, you gonna be wrong every time. Think about this, y'all. I guess he's saying, oh, you was just mad because the Eagles, hurry up and release that statement. So you was acting on emotion when you pressed like to a few statements made by Desean Jackson. All right. Understand this, y'all. Outrage is an emotion. That's not a bad emotion, goddammit. That's a strategic emotion. Matter of fact, that's a stepping stone emotion. Sometimes you start with outrage, then you begin to think, and then you begin to make moves, goddammit. That's how movements begin, people. So don't be mad about your emotion. If I see a fucking man unjustly murdered in the middle of the street bleeding, my emotion is gonna make me fucking cry probably in anger, and then I'm gonna probably get mad as fuck, and then I'm gonna probably start marching, and then I'm gonna probably throw a brick, and then I'm gonna probably do this, I'll probably do that, goddammit. That's how movements begin, people. So don't be afraid of your emotion, and don't let no asshole like Shannon Sharpe control your emotion, goddammit. Play the next clip.
He's like, well, you know what? And as he said in CNN, he could have been more clear. I said, you and Desean Jackson could have spoke about black empowerment without ever mentioning Hitler. First of all, he didn't even say that.
No, he didn't say that. It has been attributed to him.
Yes. I say, Stacks, in a situation like this, I say, you're a voice, you're a powerful voice now, and people are looking to take pot shots and pick you off. Don't sabotage what you built.
Now, the first thing I need y'all to understand is that I'm not here in defense of Desean Jackson or motherfucking Jerry Stackhouse, because these football players, goddamn athletes, these actors, and these rappers are not fucking community leaders. They are not real voices of black people. Desean Jackson already fucking apologized. Look at Jerry Stackhouse. He already telling CNN, well, I could have been a little bit more clear. Man, sit your weak ass down. This is simply me exposing how these people control both fucking sides. Got them clowns to apologize already. But look what his name is, Shannon Sharpe said. Y'all could have spoke about black empowerment without ever mentioning Hitler, goddammit. Without ever mentioning Hitler. Ooh, Hitler is so fucking bad. Guess what, y'all? We hear about Hitler every day. Every fucking day. Have you turned on the TV lately? Because look what he went on to say. Hitler didn't even say that. If Hitler didn't even say that, can you tell me why the fuck y'all in some type of outrage? Can you tell me why the Jews supposedly have this fake-ass outrage if Hitler didn't even say the motherfucking shit, goddammit? See? Y'all understand where I'm coming from? And then he goes on to say, look, you have a voice. Don't sabotage that. So I guess by mentioning Hitler, it would sabotage the voice of motherfucking Jerry Stackhouse and Desean Jackson. Guess who always mentioned Hitler, y'all? Guess who always mentioned Hitler? The fucking History Channel, CNN, MSNBC, Fox. They even got one I think is called AMC, the American History Channel. Matter of fact, that's Hitler all day, all the fucking time. You could call that shit the Hitler Network. But are they brands sabotaged, y'all? No, they standing strong and they play shit about Hitler every goddamn day. The mind of Hitler, the drugs of Hitler, the walk of Hitler, the birth of Hitler. Y'all understand me? But when he say something, oh, he about to sabotage everything. Man, get your stupid ass out of here. Talking about is people out there ready to fucking pick apart Jerry Stackhouse brand, y'all. It's people, what he said, is people ready to pick you off and take pot shots. Wow, Shannon Sharpe. How about you name who those people are? Or who you expect those people to be, goddammit. Since you know that it's people out there looking to silence his voice, and as you call it, pick him off or take pot shots. Name those people, goddammit, while you can come out and tell Jerry Stackhouse, well, what are you doing? Well, what are you doubling down on? How about you name them fucking people? Man, let's get to the next clip.
There's going to be enough people out there trying to sabotage you. I say, Stack, you're wrong. D-Jack was wrong. You repeated something. I said, think about it, Stack. You repeated a 50-page paragraph, and then the last paragraph, you like, well, that's the point. No! No.
You are witnessing the Rebel Network. Y'all notice how he continuously repeats that Jerry Stackhouse is wrong, Desean Jackson is wrong, without clearly giving us the reason why the fuck they wrong. He said you repeated a whole 50-page essay or something, and then you hide at the end. No! What you mean, no? The man said, that's the point, goddammit. That's the point. Let me read the little passage, goddammit. Because the white Jew knows that the Negroes are the real children of Israel, and to keep America's secret, the Jews will blackmail America. They will extort America. Their plan for world domination won't work if the Negroes know who they are. The white citizens of America will be terrified that all of this time they have been mistreating and discriminating and lynching the children of Israel. Now, y'all, you know I'm not religious, but what the fuck is so bad about what the hell I just read? Actually, I don't even believe this quote. I think that the white citizens of America gonna be terrified because they was mistreating the children of Israel? Are you fucking stupid, or is not the KKK slogan that they hate niggers and Jews? So they don't give a fuck what color the nigger nor Jew is, they gonna hate them. So you think the white citizens of America are gonna be terrified? Get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, goddammit. We don't rock like that on BTN, but what they should have paid attention to was that little passage at the bottom down there that ain't no fucking body talking about. Do you see that, motherfucker? They will fear God. Look, so the elite and the Illuminati, y'all ain't hear Shannon Sharpe say the elite or the Illuminati keeps this all a secret at all costs and all of that shit though, huh? Ain't nobody paying attention to that though. But this motherfucker could constantly repeat, y'all wrong. Don't be saying Hitler name, even though Hitler name be said on CNN, MSNBC, the History Channel, Fox, and AMC and all of that bullshit. Even though no matter what fucking channel you cut on, there's some type of remnants to Hitler. In fact, there's even symbols across America that's remnants to motherfucking Hitler, goddammit. Play the next clip, please.
No, I say, Shaq, I'll give you an example. I say, you know how we feel about the Confederacy. When people mention Robert E. Lee, they mention Stonewall Jackson. They say some of the Lee tactics are still used today for today's military. I don't give a damn about that. He owned slaves. He tried to keep my ancestors oppressed. Why do I care about what his military tactics are being used today? Okay. That's how the Jewish community feels about Adolf Hitler.
You are witnessing the Rebel Network. Did y'all hear this clown? I just now found out that Shannon is not too sharp, especially based upon his dumbass fucking example he just gave us. He tried to hit us with the emotion. You know how we feel about the Confederacy? I'ma stop you right there. The same way I feel about the Confederacy is the same way I feel about the Union. It's the same way I feel about America, because they all one in the same, Shannon Sharpe. So don't try to separate them as if the Confederacy was some type of different devil, goddammit. That's the same devil. He was just deciding what shoes he was gonna wear while he stomp on our goddamn neck. And he up there sitting up there talking about, oh, Robert E. Lee. I don't want to hear about none of them tactics and shit. He was trying to enslave my people. Guess who else trying to enslave your motherfucking people, or who are still enslaving your people? George Washington, John Adams, all of them assholes from back then, union or non-union. So what the fuck is you talking about? Talking about that's how the Jews feel about Hitler. Well, they don't feel too much of a way about him because he all over TV, as I will fucking repeat. He is all over TV, and I don't never see none of them fucking crying all day. So the minute this man make a post, it's supposed to be some type of fake outrage. Man, get the hell out of here. But he gotta amplify this shit. But guess what, y'all? It gets worse for some of y'all who still, I know some people attention span be short as hell, but for those of you who still listening, it gets worse. Play the next clip.
I say, Stacks, what we're trying to build is our allies. We don't need adversaries. Skip, this is what I did. I said, Stacks, let me ask you a question. I said, did you drive to the game when you played in the NBA? He's like, yeah, I said, how many times did you stop off at the park and play somebody one-on-one? He's like, no, I wouldn't do that. I said, we go into the bigger fight, and you picking fights along the way. For what? It makes no sense.
Friends. How many of us have them, huh? Friends. Ones we can depend on. fucking friends. That's what Shannon Sharpe looking for, obviously, y'all. He want a friend. He was born yesterday. He don't understand we don't have no fucking friends as a people. You don't see how all of these people turn their goddamn heads at the sight of our repression, oppression, goddamn it, whatever words you want to use. Talking about we don't need adversaries. I don't know how fucking long you been on this planet, but everywhere we've been on this planet, y'all, we have had an adversary. Just at the sight of us, goddammit. What is he talking about? For example, the music, goddammit. Who run that? The Jews. They the ones who say, hey, make sure you make that violence and materialism and shoot them up, bang, bang, sex this, sex that. They the ones who doing that shit. A fucking Jew, Geffen Records. You know what his name is? I forgot his dumbass name. Rosenberg and all of those fucking idiots. Or how about Weinstein, the ones who be making CB4 and Soul Plane? You been had an adversary. It's just that your lame ass ain't looking hard enough, Shannon Sharpe. Talking about, I said, hey, when you about to go to the big game, do you just stop and play one-on-one? I want you to understand, Shannon Sharpe, we already playing the big game. This is the big game. We ain't making no stops. This been the big game ever since we got here, goddammit. And we being attacked from all sides. I just gave you the Jewish fucking attack through music, movies, and all type of entertainment. We already in the big game, nigga. What the hell is you talking about? Play the next clip.
I said, they can be our biggest allies. Why are we trying to make them an adversary? Why are we trying to start a fire that there is no fire there? I say what this movement is about we're trying to gain equality for everybody. Mm-hmm. So if whites want to come along, that feel that their voices not being heard, join on. Mm-hmm. Asians, the LGBT community, trans, I don't care, Skip, I don't care.
You are witnessing the Rebel Network. As you can see, he's still continuing his fucking friends talk and talking about why we trying to make adversaries, why we trying to start a fire that's not there. As I will repeat, the fire is already there through music, movies, and all kind of forms of entertainment and more, Shannon Sharpe. You just ain't looking at the goddamn fire. You blinded from the goddamn fire. Talking about he there for equality for all voices not being heard, y'all. He said all voices not being heard. He there for equality for them. Remember them dudes in South Carolina with them fucking poles burning shit? You for them because they felt like they wasn't being heard. They felt like marginalized white men, you did? They wasn't being heard. You for that? You support that, Shannon Sharpe? You want them to have equality? Because when they get the kind of equality they looking for, you will not be on TV. You may end up on top of a fucking tree, goddamn. You may be hanging from a tree if they get the equality they looking for. Because like you said, I'm for whites and everybody, goddamn it. I don't care. I don't care. We know you don't care because you was too afraid to study Robert E. Lee or Hitler tactics to where you don't know that letting in white people and Asian people and all of these people you don't care about is the first way to have your fucking movement demolished, you dumb idiot. You didn't check out the Black Panthers, how that boy, the Yellow Panther, slid through because they wanted to let in everybody. It was about equality. Like your lame ass boy. That's why we study Hitler, little nigga. That's why we study Robert E. Lee, so we can know what the fuck to expect from these dirty ass people. But you so afraid at the sight of the name Hitler, I don't care about no military strategy. That's why your weak ass gonna let in whites, Asians, and any other marginalized voice, because it's all about equality, huh, Shannon Sharpe? Boy, get your lame ass out of here. Play the next clip because it fucking get worse.
In any movement that excludes anyone, I'm out. I don't care what it is. It can be BLM, it can be HLM, it can be H&M. I don't care because I'm trying to gain what's right for everybody that feels that they're in the minority and their voices don't get heard and their faces don't get seen. That's what I'm about.
You are witnessing a rebel network, and to keep it real with y'all, that was the most damaging shit I heard his lame ass say. Talking about any movement that excludes people, he not for it. So if you excluding the KKK, he ain't for that, goddammit. And then he went on to clown BLM, if you ask me, and y'all know I don't support no George Soros or none of that dumb shit. He said BLM, H&M, HLM, you know, he clowning them, goddammit. That's a slight. That's being slight at those groups, at that group in particular. See how people get down, goddammit, but you think he for you, but he ain't with no group that fucking excludes. And you heard him out once again. I don't care. He for everybody in the minority and feel like they voice ain't being heard and they face ain't being seen. He with everybody. So he with them niggas with them torches, goddammit. He with the KKK, whoever just feel like they ain't being heard. How about a bestiality group? How about pedophiles? The unheard voices of pedophiles. You with them, Shannon Sharpe? You rocking with that? Because they not spoken for, you know. They can't get their opinion out there. You with that minority group, you fucking idiot? But let's just wrap this shit up with his closing statements to motherfucking Jerry Stackhouse and Desean Jackson, y'all. I hope y'all learned something today, goddammit, because even researching this video, I learned a whole fucking lot. Like, every time I do this fucking research on these people and I break this shit all the way down, I learn something. So I hope you fucking learn something too. Play the last clip.
I say, Stack, don't sabotage this. I say, bro, you a powerful voice. You don't realize how powerful your voice is. I said, but don't undermine your own cause. I said, you and D-Jack were wrong. And you made a point when you didn't have to attribute it to him.
You have just witnessed the fucking Rebel Network. As y'all could see, he finished that little dumbass statement up with him saying, y'all could have made a point without mentioning Hitler, because that's so fucking frightening, y'all. I want y'all to fucking understand, bruh. Shannon Sharpe, like these athletes, these motherfucking rappers, these motherfucking actors, y'all, put your emotion to the side, bruh. I know some people can act really good, boy, Denzel the beast, but put that shit to the side. I know Shannon Sharpe is a beast with this football shit. His personality and all of that shit be on point, but you gotta put that shit to the side, y'all. I understand Lil Wayne and T.I. and them be rapping they ass off about destructive shit. They real talented at rapping that destructive shit, but you gotta put that shit to the side, y'all, and understand what's best for us, what's best for your kids, what's best for our motherfucking future. My bad. Once again, y'all holler at me.